Good morning, and today, as promised, a quick comparison between two Manchu bows. Entry-level Manchu bows, obviously. This is the Alibow's Yarha. This is a version with snakeskin. Usually you don't get it out of China. You get it with normal leather. Fiberglass Qing bow. And this is the closest competitor in lamination. The AF Qing, what you get, a laminated bow, fiberglass bow, $160, $170 or $175 plus shipping. It depends, I don't know how much the shipping is. So, and now you see already here a quite difference in the shape. The Yarha, a little flex in the handle, but straight limbs, of course, fiberglass, and then long bent sears. And the Qing has way more flex in the handle, then the limbs go backwards, as you see. And then you have this nice long curved sears going out. But overall, you see the sear angle way more aggressive with the Yarha and less with the AF. Both draw roughly 35 inches. First of all, the handle. Here we have suede leather, arrow pass in suede. Here we have leather and the arrow pass is in rayskin. So I have to say it's a matter of taste. They are both nice. Width, depth, they both feel nice. So there's no difference. I like the rayskin a little more than arrow pass. It will not tear off as quick as the suede. Why would you choose one instead of the other? I think mainly depends where you live. When you live somewhere where you have high humidity and temperature, you might always go for the fiberglass bow, because laminated bows don't like that so much, so they tend to delaminate very quickly. Otherwise, no reason for it. So stringing the Yarha is very easy. And stringing the AF. The weight and the speed and everything you can see in the full comparisons I did. So, oop, go in. So flexes a little more, so you need to be a bit more careful with the AF, but it's no problem. You simply make sure that the bow is straight. So this is it, the laminated AF and the fiberglass Alibow. And then you hear already difference in noise they make. So this is how they look strong, and now they come way more together. See, even if the basic shape was very different, at the end they are not so much different at all anymore. So even the sear angle is almost the same. A little more flex in the handle with the AF, but for the rest, so we have longer sears, and here to the string bridge is a little longer. String bridge is way bigger with the Yarha. We have a small one in the AF, but these I think are minor differences. Brace height, Yarha has a tad more, but I think you can adjust this on the AF to 35 pounds at 28. Draws really nice. So you feel it a little in the handle bending. And the Yarha. Yeah, it's a little less poundage, but the draw at the end feels a little nicer. So this one goes smoother up than the AF, but it's minor. How do they feel? I shoot the same arrows. They are from Fgura, Netherlands, or Fgura, USA now. 36 inches. The Yarha draws nice. Look at this. And the Yarha would even do 36 inches. Easy. So of course you feel the kick. Fiberglass vibrates a little. The AF. Yeah, oh, You feel it a little more. And at the end, the AF doesn't want to bend that easy anymore. So draw length, or easy get to the draw length, Yarha wins. Handshock wise, this one kicks a little more in the hand, the AF, so the Yarha is a bit more smooth. Let's see what they do on 20 meters. In Yarha we trust. Takes a bit. So, AF. Almost center field. Kicks more in the hand, so this is almost a little painful. These arrows are 550, 600 grain. Kicks quite a bit. They are both good bows. The first thing is, I guess, the optical appearance. Then you need to like this leather cover, limbs, whipping. Doesn't look bad, and if you like it, it's fine. You get it with the Yarha. If you don't like it, you get it with the Yarha. But overall, I think shooting experience-wise, AF, of course, you get then this more fancy, more good-looking, clean, sleek, laminated bow, which I usually like more. Kicks a little more. And at the end it gets a little stiff, so if you're really up for 35-inch draw, the Yarha does it easier than the AF. Qing, if 32, 33, maybe 34 inches is enough, both are fine. It's hard to tell, it's really, price-wise they are similar. Here you get the fiberglass, here you get the laminated bow. The handle of the Qing, of the Yarha feels then overall a little better. It's a little more beef to it than this one, so this one is a little too small for my hands compared to the Yarha, and it's quite a long bow, so here to control the bow you need to already make your eagle, Fallon, Talon, whatever, easier to achieve with this one. It's really hard to say. Both are nice. Both great bows for starting your Manchu career for sure. Simply depends, if you don't like a fiberglass bow, get the laminated one. If you want to accomplish full draw easier, go with the fiberglass Yarha. If you want to draw more, there is you can have the Yarha as a long draw with 38 inches, which I get soon. Nice. Then you can draw even more if a little shorter draw is fine for you and you prefer laminated bows. At the end it really gets stiff here. And it doesn't feel that it wants to draw that much more. And it kicks a little more, you even can hear it. And accuracy wise, they both need some shots that you get used to it. So there's none of them is better or worse. They both need some shots that you get used to it. But if you're up for getting into Manchu, look at this, easy. But still a little unpredictable where the arrow goes. Unless you get used to it. So it takes a few shots. And the Qing. Not directly there. But as you see, I don't draw this bow that long because it doesn't feel like it wants to draw further back, and then it gets stiff and it's a little harder to handle. So overall I would say they are both very similar. The Yarha is a little easier to handle, especially when you draw a little longer. Then this one is a bit more accurate. This one gets stiff at the end, and then it's a little harder to control, at least for me, and I don't know if you get what I mean. But with this one I feel more safe in long draw. With this one I would not draw 34, 35 inches. It doesn't feel right with this bow. But for the rest, okay, the Yarha is a little heavier. They look, at least I said, strong. They look relatively similar. The string bridges are way more in on the Yarha than on the Qing, and the sears are overall not even longer, but they have a different angle to it, a little. But it's minor differences. Here you have the fiberglass coming down at almost a right angle, then you have the sear. And when you look at the Qing, it's a smooth transition outwards, but it doesn't translate into a smoother draw. So draw experience wise, I would give it to the Yarha. Shooting experience wise, I would give it to the Yarha. It doesn't kick that much, and for me it feels a little safer. This one is a little more beastie, so the Qing, you need a few more shots that you get used to it, but then I think you can have a lot of fun, but not with 35 inches. So this bow simply doesn't feel like 35. Or it always takes a few shots until it starts flexing. We had this last time. After many shots, the bow starts flexing a bit more. This one flexes directly from the beginning and always the same. So this one doesn't change the performance. This one is changing a little over time. Both nice. I said, I think the major thing is simply, first of all, the optical appearance. If you like the fiberglass optic or the laminated optic, and second criteria should be your environment where you live in. When it's hot and humid, better go with a fiberglass bow. Saves you a lot of hassle. Laminated bows tend to delaminate in hot and humid environment. There you have it. Shoot both with heavy arrows and you're good to go. So for me there is no winner. If I would have to choose, I would still go with the Yarha. It feels simply, for me personally, a little better, but it's only me. Qing is a really good bow, so nothing. But when you compare them directly, if you don't have the direct comparison, both are awesome. But when you shoot them side by side, then you feel slight differences, and that's why I did this comparison. So there you have it. That's all I have for you today. I said it was a short one. I thank you all for watching, and as usual, catch you in the next one. And as you can see, our range bunny is still here. Huh? You, my bunny, huh? Oh, my bunny boy, huh? And he's losing now all his fur. Bunny boy? You're fine. Yeah. Wait, look at this, huh? It's fun. He likes that. Hmm?